Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the sixth chapter about the psychological maintenance of health. And in last chapter, we talked about 7 fundamental factors affecting our health. And among these 7 factors, there are 2 factors which are very long-lasting and will affect your health seriously, particularly when you have become adult. So many people will say, well, if I was a child, then I would be much more happier than now. All the time you see about people saying that. Wow, children are so happy and we have to treasure their time and we want to be children again if the chance comes by because they have nothing to fear, they have no worry, etc. and etc. So, which means when you have become an adult, then more or less you'll be affected by some fears. Fear itself is a psychological condition to maintain people's survival, right? If you're afraid of nothing, then you easily be exposed to different risks without special attention, and you will be affected severely, and your survival will be to some extent truncated. So fear itself is invisible. It cannot be solved by medicine, and it cannot be solved by any particular means. It depends very much on individual condition and individual perception of fear and individual offering of solution to fears. So what are the fears? So today introduce you, they call Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill. Now this gentleman, his book was written so many years ago, was written in 1960. So talk about when the book was published, and the count now is more than 60 years. However, this book still is the most popular reading among people because he has written the book is so nice in a way that it introduces you very detailed matters about fears. And according to the book, he says the fear. What's the fear? People fear. The fear of poverty. I'm poor. I've no money to live. Another fear is fear of criticism. I'm fearful of other people criticizing me. Third factor is fear of ill health. So my health, I fear of sickness, I fear whatever. The fourth fear is the fear of loss of love. The fifth fear is the fear of old age. The sixth fear is the fear of death. So you see, among all these fears, it seems to be 4 factors which are inevitable. For example, your fear of criticism, and we'll go through all the history, all the biography, all the people who is not criticized by the people. No one. Everybody, no matter how good you do, how perfect you think of, then you'll be in some way or the other criticized by other people due to jealousy or whatever reason. So this criticism is inevitable. Second, the fear of ill health. So I guess no one will suffer no illness in their life. Impossible, right? Am I right? So the fear of illness itself is a kind of inevitable fear that will happen. So it very much depends how you approach it. So that you can tackle it nicely and maintain your psychological health. Third is the fear of old age. Who cannot be forbidding becoming old age? Impossible. Everybody, young people and a boy and a girl and children and an adult, middle age and then old age. So no one can evade becoming old, and so the fear of old age is another inevitable fear. And the fear of death. Who cannot be die? You cannot survive forever. So no one seems to be able to survive forever. So whenever people is fear of that, then there's no remedy. So among these six fear, Napoleon Hill, he's introduced us how to tackle the fear. Tackle the fear, to put it simple, is to set targets with organized plan, and you're busy with the target, and you make contribution to people and to your own self, then you will too busy to think about the fear, and you can tackle it nicely, tackle it in a balanced way. So for long, detailed content about this book, so if Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill, is the classic for tackling fear. So if you're interested, then go for it, and you get much more insight from the publication. Thank you for watching, and we'll move on to worry in the coming time. Thank you very much.